I have 3 points to address in my brief time with you this afternoon. The first involves the scope of our world's shared challenges. The second entails our shared responsibilities. And the third is about the shared response required from all of us now and in the years to come. I came here today to raise these issues on behalf of the President and the Secretary of State, and to issue this challenge. We must increase the scale of our collaborations to meet the scope of the shared problems our world is facing. We must regroup after the economic crisis. We must reset our priorities, as Aaron has mentioned, and then we must reorganize ourselves into new partnerships to meet the world's challenges. We realize that as our world has grown closer and more interconnected, we also know that it is more dangerous and more fragile. Even as we grow closer together, divisions continue to tear our world apart. And with these rifts, people everywhere are falling through the cracks. We have to work together to fill that space. We can no longer afford to take incremental approaches that do not mobilize business drivers to solve the world's problems. No one government can address our world's challenges alone. No group of world leaders could possibly come together and concoct the right solutions for any of these unprecedented challenges, whether it is climate change, HIV/AIDS, global poverty, food security, or human rights. And since all of these issues are interconnected, so too must our response be integrated and coordinated. In a reset world, even the most responsible businesses in this room must go further by extending CSR to be truly transformational. It should impact every aspect of your supply chain, every professional development program you create, every decision you make in the boardroom, every employee in your operation, and every stakeholder across the planet. The challenge from the Obama administration is this: hit reset on the way you see government, and even the way you see your own business practices. Reclaim the future as it could be and should be, rather than accepting the path we're now on because of short-term thinking and misguided decision-making. And let's be real about what we are up against, and let's act on that by responding in a coordinated fashion through new multi-sector partnerships.
It's often the case that business thinks of government as being a little bit different. Government thinks of business as being a little bit different, but I think what you just articulated suggests a very similar way of looking at the world and a very similar goal, and I think that's great. And
I think we, and I was going to say that I think we have the similar goals. We just have different ways of getting it, and that's why we don't need duplication. We don't need throwing money at a problem, which certainly, USAID and State Department and others have done in the past. We need a strategic approach, which means that you use your core competencies, what government is best at, which is, of course, our embassies and our missions on the ground, and business is best at, to use the bottom line, to know how to do marketing, to use your skills and core competencies and everything from, food companies to Coca-Cola doing water to, everything that all of you are doing is so important because it's something that government doesn't do well, but that you do well and you understand, what it takes. And we may have our own, strengths with diplomacy, and we certainly have a power of validation the Secretary and the President brings and government brings. And I think we have a unique opportunity at this time, in this time of our lives. I think this is our moment. And I think it's time people see that we're open and we are, committed to working together, to partnerships. And I think this is really a unique moment in our history and one that I think we should all just take advantage of.